formed a little bike block over there and stopped them getting into the main truck with the speaker system on. But then a few of us had our bikes ripped off us and they started to beat us and push us away. And for quite a while people were getting beaten at the front and lots of people were getting crushed as well. It's really nasty. They wouldn't stop pushing just for a minute to let people up. And we told them, like specifically, you know, face to face, you know, someone is crushed behind us, just wait. And they were going, move then. We're like, we can't move, there's someone on the floor. And like, they just didn't care. And we're saying, tell your commander, just wait for 2 minutes while people stand up. And they're like, we're listening to all, we didn't care. So, you know, it's kind of a bad job, isn't it?
It's more important to make money and keep a job for which one barters one's soul than it is to save the planet for one's children.
We were just at the front, you know, as the protest is, and they just came out randomly with batons, like indiscriminately clocking people, and yeah, they just clocked me on the head a couple of times.
They need police to keep two groups of people that are supposed to be trying to do the same thing. Like inside you have the people trying to do something about the climate, outside you have lots of people trying to do something about the climate. Then you need some kind of police between them. I don't get the idea.
You know, we are all together, and that's the most important thing.
It was a peaceful demonstration and the police are just fucked up. They're creating violence and they're not letting us demonstrate. That's fucked up.
They're not laughing at us, they're laughing at you. Come on, it's time to turn this shit around and go there. Yeah? Yeah?
Hi. Hey. Security.
Yeah. Please stay calm, don't come too close. Stay calm. Please.
I'm glad that there is so much media here to show that we are not the ones fighting, it's them fighting.
We've just been sort of holding a line down there with the police, and then there was a bit of banter, there was a hokey-cokey, there was some dancing, and then the police decided to go and have lunch, which is probably a good idea.
Thinking about a collective way of living together, solidarity.
Yes, taking power over your community.
Bring more joy into politics and more culture, like art and music, plays.
To earn enough money in the ordinary way of farming.
That living in a different way is not a difficult thing.
We should be producing on a need base, not you know,
From the poor countries and
Like, the system we have now is not just not working.
And be in control of their means of production.
The materials that we have available for good things.
Young people who want to be farmers.
Too much money gets drained to the stock exchange.
How do we organize the changing of the capitalist society?
be doing this while it's, you know, encouraging people to not to kind of put all this money aside and not within the taxable pot of money.
We need to get everybody on board to understand our ideas, but also to enlist the goodwill of everyone. I mean,
we depend on them. So that must be our demand, that the monopoles must be broken down.
I think we need to all think carefully about what we're going to take from this and what we're all going to do individually, what we can do when we get back to our own countries, when we get home, how we can advance these sort of things.
The People's Assembly is finishing its process, and then we're going to march out as a big group following the People's Caravan via Campesina Climate Justice Now. So the flags will go to the front. Anyone from the caravans or from the Global South or via Campesina, go to the front. Then we want the samba band, and we all march out together. It has been negotiated with police that we march together. Reclaim power!
We pushed the police and they didn't like it very much, started hissing us hard and eventually managed to push us back. I think there were quite a few injuries.
We don't just hit automatically. We have to think, okay, let's see who has been hit. Let's say you've been hit once by the one next to me. I'm going to leave you because you already felt it, that now you have to leave. So,
I've been punched in the face and truncheoned.
Sometimes we have to do something that we don't like. So.
But if you say that people do something what's also for your children, for everybody, they do it for...
Let's go. We're told to move on again. Okay?
The main thing I've been telling these guys is that our children and their children are the future and they're being affected.
Change the system, not the climate. Change the system, not the climate.
We've come from all over the world to help the Danish people save their beautiful city from going under the sea. This is what I've been telling all the policemen, and they're not expecting me to say something like that, so they laugh. But we have to remember that all the police are just as much threatened by climate change as the rest of us. And we really do need all different groups. We can't stick to one ideology anymore and say you can only be part of the protest if you're anti-capitalist or any other ism. We all have to work together, and it has to be a collective effort. This is the time. We no longer have any time to delay. We all have to act now. Hopefully today is the start of a new phase in the movement. Thank you.
We are one together.